Okay, so the first card you have, you pass the Two of Swords. Okay, so this is, I'm really seeing somebody trying to come back to you. I'm seeing someone trying to get around you. It might even be some kind of manipulative situation. See, it's already. So, and what I'm getting here really strongly is it's just like, no, I'm not listening. I'm not interested. I don't want you back. I don't want to talk to you. I think someone was trying to talk to you. They were trying to come back to you. I think they've been to you once. I think they'd caused you some kind of problems and they went away, and now they were trying to come back again. And it feels like they were trying to get around you. So that's why it feels like manipulation. It feels like they were trying to get around you. Because if you look at this woman, she's got a sword on each side, so that no one can get around her. No one can come near her like that. So, and I think someone was trying to get around you. It was like, oh, I can't get around them this way. I'll try this way. Oh, I can't get away with it like that. I'll try it that way. Now, I'm seeing this quite clearly. Someone is trying to do some kind, or they were trying to do some kind of manipulation. I think it might be something to do with money. That's what I'm getting, and it's mixed up with love or an ex or something like that. And I'm really sorry. I know this is all confusing already, but I'm trying my best with this. Okay, so it's very, very mixed up here. Now, I think you did love this person at one time. This is someone you really loved. You really love them. I think you had a difficult time with them, and I think they started off doing a few things and you overlooked the first thing. You might have overlooked the second thing, but then after a while you just couldn't do that anymore. And it feels like corrosion to me. It's like gradual corrosion, you know, like corruption almost. It's like once it starts, it's like a disease and it just kind of takes over. So, you know, and I think when they first started behaving really badly for you, toward you, you know, you kind of let it pass, and then, or you forgave it or whatever, and then they did another thing and another thing. And I think it just got to the point where you said, you know, I can't keep on pretending that I can't see this. I can't just turn a blind eye to this anymore. I'm just going to look like a fool if I do that. So I can't do that. I've got to stop this. So I think you got away from them. You moved on. I think you were still quite tempted by them because you did love them. That's what I'm seeing. You did love this person, if this is all resonating with you. So, you know, if you're still going through this, if you're still battling with all of this, because it is a battle, firstly, you're not a fool. You know, you're someone who's kind. You're someone who was in love with someone, basically, and they're the fool. If they took advantage of you when you're kind to them, you're not the fool. You absolutely are not the fool. So, you know, again, they're trying to come back, and I think what's happening is they're trying to come back a second time. So they came back, they came to you, they did all this, they hurt you, they went away, you broke up or whatever it was. I think they tried to manipulate you with something around money, and this is now when they're trying to come back again. This is what's happened here. And so, yeah, you know they're not back for the right reasons. You know they're not back for the right reasons. So you're protecting yourself from this person, like this woman in the Two of Swords. So you're protecting yourself. I think you're protecting yourself from them, but you're also protecting yourself from yourself, if that makes sense. So it's like you're making sure you're not tempted by them, because I think even though you know they're bad for you, or you did at this time, you knew they were bad for you, you knew all of that, but your feelings were still a little bit there. So you're protecting yourself from falling into this again. So that's what I'm seeing there. That's what I'm seeing there. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. Very, very difficult already. Okay. Oh, I'm going to really struggle with this, but I'm going to try. Okay. The next card you have your past is the Knight of Wands. Okay. So they're not in control of themselves, this person. So they're coming backwards and forwards to you, probably asking for money, probably asking, you know, for things like that, probably taking advantage of you, in trying to get things from you. They're probably doing it to other people as well, or they were. You realized this and you kind of shut the door down and you said, no, this is what was happening in the Two of Swords. And they're trying to come back again. They were trying to come back again. And they're not in control of themselves. If they were in control of themselves and if they're in control of their lives, they wouldn't have to do this. They wouldn't have to go around asking people, saying, can you help me? Can you give me money? Can you do this? They wouldn't have to do that because they'd be in control. They'd have a job, or they'd have some way of supporting themselves properly, or something where they wouldn't have to resort to these things. Okay, so I know that sounds dramatic and specific. That's what I'm getting. So, yeah, so what happens is, this is what I'm seeing. So they go to one person, they ask them for help. They go to another person, they ask them for help or money or whatever it is. Then the next, then the next. And it kind of goes around in the circle. And by the time they come around to the first person again, of course, the first person's angry because they've already asked them. And then they go to the second and they're angry. And it goes on until what happens is they go around and around until everyone's angry with them and they don't want to help them. And in the end, they have no support. They have nothing because they've exhausted all their support. They've exhausted all the avenues of support. It's really, really sad, actually. But this is, this is what I'm seeing here with this person. So, I think they might have actually said when you're with them something like, oh, no one cares about me. I've got no support. And, when you love someone and you care about them and they're telling you that they're shut out and they've got no support, of course you're going to want to help them. So I think that's what happened a few times until you kind of realized, actually, hold on a minute, I'm not just here supporting this person because I care for them. They're really starting to take advantage. They're asking over and over again. They might be making up stories, pretending that they wanted money for this, and it actually wasn't for that, it was for something else. And the stories went on, worse and worse, and all of that kind of thing. So yeah, enough of that. You just had to get out of that. And the thing is, I think you're being told, oh, I've got no support, no one wants me, they've shut me out. But they weren't telling you why they were shutting them out. And, there was a reason why that was. So, yeah, I know I probably sound really harsh, but, you've been through this with them. You're probably totally exhausted by now because I think they've tried and tried and tried. So, I just have to say this. If this is about you, just stay strong. Please stay strong. Please keep on protecting yourself. Because, don't ask them back again. Don't say yes again, because they'll just keep on trying again and again and again. I think if they see any kind of weakness where you've said, oh, maybe, I don't know, they'll use that. They'll kind of zoom in on that. Okay, so I won't say any more because I know this is very, very stressful. It's very dramatic. I hope it doesn't resonate with you, actually, because it's very, very bad. Okay, so the last card you have your past is the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is the big message here. It's very obvious, very clear. Please cut this out. Please guard yourself. Put up your sword. Guard yourself against this person. This is very obvious, very, very straightforward. Please, please guard yourself. You're getting yourself back into balance now. They've tried this twice, maybe even another time, maybe even more than that. You're starting to get yourself back together. You're starting to get yourself back to normal. Don't let them do this to you again. Don't let them set you back again. If you feel as if you have gone backwards again, because I'm seeing them coming back twice, maybe even more times. So you might have come out and then you might have had to go back through this emotional time again. All you can do really is be kind to yourself, let yourself go through this in your own time, and guard yourself. Absolutely guard yourself, especially if you feel vulnerable, especially if they've come back the second time and they've left you kind of your wounds open and you're scarred again. That's when you're going to be at your most vulnerable. So do not let them anywhere near you ever again. If you need to have someone near you, if you need to have someone, even if you need to have someone answering your phone for you, or answering your texts, or just leaving your phone, turning it off, whatever you can, you need to protect yourself from this person. I know this is very, very specific. I'm saying this again. I know it probably won't resonate with many people at all, but I have to warn whoever this is to guard themselves against this person. Okay, so the first card you have your presence, the Nine of Wands. Okay, so I like seeing this. This is really good. This is looking a bit better now. So this is showing me that you are coming out of this. You're a bit battered, you're a bit bruised like this man, but you're coming out of this. You've been through the worst now. And yeah, I think you went through the worst of this a while ago. Then they came back again when you started to heal. That's what I'm seeing. And, you know, now you're getting out of this a second time. So this is very clear now. And, you know, this man's a soldier. He's been through one battle, and he knows he has to fight a second one, even though he's really tired. And actually he wants to hide. He wants to hide away in the middle of these wands, but he can't do that. So, you know, you've been through these two battles. The worst's over now, and now you can start to move forward like this man, even though you're exhausted. So the other thing I'm seeing here, the other message here is, if you are going through this, for whoever's going through this, I really hope it's not you. If you are, don't feel as if you have to go through this alone, because I was seeing a bit of that in the Ace of Swords. You've got people around you who can help you, who can protect you, who can support you. Don't go through this alone. This man's leaning on a wand. You have people to lean on, people who can help you. I'm seeing one person who can really help you here. I hope this resonates with you. If this is you, it's a friend. I'm seeing a man, and they've been through a really difficult time as well in love themselves. If you know who this is, they'll understand exactly what you're going through. I'm not saying they've been through exactly the same as you, but they'll definitely understand how you feel, and they're not going to judge you. And I think that's what you're fearing, you know, because I think if you're fooled once, that's one thing, but if you feel as if you're fooled twice, that's another thing. So you might be fearing, oh, people are going to judge me. They're going to think I'm silly for going back a second time and then out again. This particular person will not do that. So, and you know, coming from me as well, you don't deserve to be judged. There's nothing to judge you on. You're just someone who loves someone, and you just love the wrong person. That's all. It's not your fault at all. So please, please don't be hard on yourself. Please don't do that. Okay, so the next card you have your presence, the Seven of Wands. So more battles here. This is very, very hard. I think this is about you coming out of the worst of this. You're coming out of the worst of this now. You probably still have some of the aftermath of all of this, all of these attacks, this backwards and forwards, and these asking and this kind of manipulation. It's probably still all in your mind. It takes a long time for you to get through this in your mind. You know, there's a lot that you have to go through. So, but what this is telling you, I think, is you've gotten through the worst of this again. I'm seeing that again. And now you're prepared. So if they do come back again, you are prepared. You're up on top of the hill. You can see everything that's around you. And if they came back to you now, you know, they fooled you once, they fooled you twice, 3 times, whatever it is. If they came back now, there is absolutely no way that they'd ever be able to talk you around this time. You know what this is. You're up on your hill. You can see it coming, and you're 100% prepared for this now. So I hope this reassures you that, you know, if they do come back again, if they are foolish enough to try again with you, you are 100% prepared. You have the tools now, you're equipped now, and you're up high. You're up high and you can see everything. So that's what I'm getting with that as well. There's also a little thing I'm seeing here with this, and I hope this helps you to kind of go to a calm place, because I'm actually seeing a specific place here. I think this might be somewhere you've been through, or you've been to, I should say, at times when you have felt very stressed. There's a place that you go to. I think there is a hill Here, I'm seeing a hill, I'm seeing a path, it might be a walking path. It's very tranquil, it's very, very peaceful. There's water around there as well. I'm seeing a bridge as well. Now, if you know where this is, you've taken loved ones here before, you've taken visitors here before to show them this really beautiful place. Now, if you know where this is, go to that place, because I think that's a place where you're going to feel very, very peaceful, very centered, very calm. And if you're going through this really horrible thing that I'm seeing here, you've gotten over the worst, but if you're still going through all of this in your mind, go to that place if you know where this is. Again, I'm seeing a hill, I'm seeing water, and I'm seeing a bridge. So wherever that is, if you know where that is, and even if you don't know where that is, try to go to somewhere that's really, really, really calm. And I think that'll help to clear your head, and it'll help to settle you, because you really need to be by yourself for a while just to clear that. That's what I'm seeing. I hope this all makes sense. I know this is really crazy. So, okay, the last card you have, your presence, the Page of Cups. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing here. It's more problems, so I'm sorry about this. So it's someone who wants to come back and talk to you. It's a message. I don't think this is a love message. That's what this can be a lot of the time. This is someone who's coming back with an apology. And it feels like a really light-hearted apology to me. It actually feels like a silly apology. It doesn't feel very serious to me. So I don't think it's this person who's manipulating you. I think it's beyond getting apologies from that person. I think you just want to keep yourself away from them. This is someone else, and I don't think you want to accept this apology, because it's not a real apology. I think this might actually come from a family member, and I think this might be someone who jokes around a bit, and maybe the joke's gone a bit too far this time. That's what I'm seeing here. So, and I think what this is telling me, this is, I could go into the detail about who this is and all of that, but what I'm seeing, I just want to talk about the big picture here. This is you, by not accepting this apology from this person, this is you saying no. This is you starting to say no. So you've been through this, you've been through all the emotions, you've been through all the hurt, you're picking yourself up, you're guarding yourself from the worst. You're up on top of this hill now, you're rising higher and higher, and now this is you starting to say no. It's you starting to say, if you're going to give me these half apologies or joke apologies or rubbish, I'm going to say no. If you're going to try and manipulate me, if you're going to try and do things to bother me, to get in my way, to hurt me, to try and use me, any of those things, I am going to say no. And this is continuing on now with the Five of Swords, which is the first card you have for your future. It's continuing on here. Because look at these two men in this card. They're walking away. They're walking away from this man with the swords. He's trying to manipulate them. He looks greedy. He looks, nasty. He looks like he's just laughing in their face. And they're walking away. Just like this man in the Page of Cups. It's like, not this man, but this page in the Page of Cups. He looks silly, he looks jokey. If someone's offering you that kind of an apology, it's not an apology, and you're saying no. And so now this is what I'm seeing in this card. No more games, no more manipulations, no more silly apologies. It just feels like no more. No, that's it. This is where I'm saying no. This is where I'm not accepting any more things. So this is really strong now. This is where you're starting to get quite angry about all of this. You're going to set your standards high. You're going to start to shut the door on things that you don't want. And you're putting your barriers up. You're not interested in anything that's going to be manipulative, silly when you're taking something seriously, laughing at you, anything like that. Because look at this man's face in the Five of Swords. He looks so sneery. He looks like he's looking at these men. Oh, I've won. Look at me. I can get away with anything. No. So nobody is going to get away with anything anymore. And I think you're just going to clear your mind, clear yourself, clear your energy, clear everything from any of these people that aren't on your side anymore. And you're going to end up with a small group of people on your side, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Now, this is anger. This is pure anger I'm getting here coming from you, if this resonates with you or whoever this is. So now, anger can be quite a negative emotion. Of course, it's usually a very negative emotion. But for you, I think this is a positive thing for you, because this anger, it's very, very important for you to feel. And yeah, a lot of people do see anger as a negative emotion, and it is, of course, it can be very negative. But sometimes anger can push us. It can push us into wanting better for ourselves. It can push us into getting rid of rubbish that we don't want. It can push us to say no to these kinds of things and these kinds of people. This is pushing you to wanting better for yourself. It's pushing you into better things, a better life. That's what this is doing. I'm really happy to see this here, and I'm really happy that you're getting angry if this is resonating with you. This is such a huge reading. Oh, it's really scary, actually. Okay, so the next card you have, your future's the moon. Okay, so yeah, oh boy, this is another really moody card, really introspective card. It's kind of delving deep into your feelings and all of that. So this is the heaviest reading I've probably had for a long, long time. Okay, I'm just going to try to cope. I'm doing my best. All right, so this is what I'm seeing in this card. This is here. So this lobster, I think this is representing you. He's coming out of the worst now. So you're coming out of the worst. You're coming out of this really, really dark water. And lobsters actually, they don't just come out of the dark water. They actually walk on the bottom of the water. That's where they get their food, where it's really dark, right at the bottom. And it feels like rock bottom. That's where that comes from, rock bottom. So you're right at the bottom where you felt the worst. And that's how this person made you feel in the Two of Swords. They were horrible to you. You hit the bottom, rock bottom, and you started to come out of that and feel really angry, and you said no, and that's where you are now. So you've been through the worst, now you're starting to come out. So here you are, you're coming up, and now you're starting to come out up this beautiful golden path. And now as you're coming up, here's this dog and this wolf making problems, sneering at you, laughing, howling. Here are these people that aren't taking you very seriously. They're kind of saying, ha, 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 like this man in the Five of Swords and the Page of Cups. And what you're doing is you're saying no to them. You're saying, no, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to walk straight past you. So excuse me, so anyone who wants to get at you, you're saying no, you're going to walk straight past, you're going right up to the top of this mountain, right up to the top of this hill where the peace is, and you're going to sit up there by yourself for a while and get your head clear in this peaceful place, which is really interesting because that's what I was seeing in the Seven of Wands. I was seeing this mountain in my head, that this is a place that you're familiar with, that you go to when you want to be at peace, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here. So it's so interesting. So you're going to get this room to breathe. So cutting people out that you don't need, being by yourself, getting the clear air, getting that clarity, being able to breathe. After you've done that, this is what I'm seeing here. This is the Seven of Pentacles. So what's in the Seven of Pentacles? I'll move that up so you can see. We have growth. We have growth here. So this is the time when you've gone through all of that, and now it's a time of, okay, now I've got this clear space. It's like I've had this rotten old garden with all these horrible people in it. I've cleared away all the rubbish. I've got a big tip and I've tipped all the rubbish in. The truck's taken it away. I'm here now. I've got a clean slate. What can I plant here in my life? What do I want to grow in my life? So now it's time for you to start putting a lot of positive things in your life. You're going to grow exactly what you want. So I think this is now a time of reassessing things. You've cleared the air. You've cleared everyone out. You're only going to have people who you can really fully trust around you, which is fantastic. and you're going to grow what you want in your own world. You're going to have what you want there. So you're kind of thinking, okay, what do I want to grow here? And so this is going to be a time of growth. It's going to take time. And yeah, this is kind of a really, really positive time for you. And it's coming out of anger. And so you're growing, and that's really all I can really see here. So yeah, it's been a really, really difficult reading, but you know, this is what's coming out of that, all this beautiful, beautiful growth. I think you're going to kind of have a lot of financial growth. I think you're going to have a lot of spiritual growth, because you've cleared all that rubbish out now. So yeah, I just wish I had more to tell you in this card. I don't really have a lot. I'm really sorry about that. But you know, I think things are going to start to grow because you're having this space as well, you know, because you've cleared it all out, and things need space to grow. So, you know, this is looking a lot richer for you now, and it's all for you. It's all for you now. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say at the end. I'm really sorry. I wish I had more to say to you at the end, but I think I'm just exhausted really by this reading. So I just have to apologize for this, because I know it was so big, so stressful, and so horrible. If this is you, just know that you've been through the worst, and you are going to grow at the end, and you are going to get a lot of richness, a lot of growth, and a lot of what you want. That's the whole thing. That's the main thing there. This is what you want at the end. You're clearing a path for what you want, and just you.